Sit with me for a moment, not for a lecture, just for a quiet cup of tea. There is something I need to say today, and some people may not like hearing it. You may be carrying people you were never meant to carry until the end of your life. I am Kenji. I am 81 years old. I have said goodbye to friends. I have stood beside hospital beds. I have lost people I loved. And yes, I have also stepped away from people who were still alive. That was not easy. But sometimes peace only returns after you stop dragging pain behind you. Today, I want to tell you about 5 kinds of people you may need to let go of before it is too late. Not with anger, not with cruelty, with quiet strength. And the 5th one, the 5th one may be the hardest to hear. The modern world often says, hold on to everyone, always forgive, always answer, always keep your door open. It sounds kind. But kindness without boundaries becomes suffering. In Japan, we respect harmony, wa, peace between people. But true harmony does not mean letting others disturb your spirit again and again. Some doors are not closed because you hate the person outside. Some doors are closed because the room inside has finally become peaceful. Number 1. The person who only comes when they need something. You know this person. They do not call for months. Then suddenly your phone rings. Hello, how have you been? And before they even ask, your heart already knows. Something is coming. Money, a favor, a place to stay, your time, your energy. I once knew a man named Hiro. He had a small wooden gate and 1 persimmon tree in the garden. Every autumn he saved the best fruit for his nephew. But the nephew never came in autumn. He came only when his own life became difficult. One day after another visit, Hiro looked at the empty teacup across from him and said, "He remembers my door, not my heart." That sentence hurt me. Because many of us know this feeling. You keep giving because you think that is what love does. But some people only come to your fire when they are cold. They do not come to warm your hands. They come to take the heat. Ask yourself honestly, if you stopped giving, would they still come? If the answer hurts, do not ignore it. Stop filling the bucket for someone who never once asked if your well was running dry. Number 2. The person who keeps score. This person remembers every wrong thing you ever did. The mistake from 20 years ago, the words you said when you were tired, the decision you already apologized for. They keep it all carefully like old receipts in a drawer. Whenever you begin to feel peaceful, they open the drawer again. I knew a woman named Mariko. She lived near a narrow street where the rain gathered in small puddles by the stones. She had made mistakes when she was younger. She had apologized more than once. But her sister never let her become new. At every family meal, the same old story returned. One evening, Mariko placed her chopsticks down and said, "I cannot keep living on trial." Ah, that is what it feels like, doesn't it? Living on trial. You apologized, but they still punish you. You changed, but they still speak to the old version of you. If you have done wrong, make peace where you can. Say sorry when sorry is needed. Repair what can still be repaired. But after that, you are not required to spend your last good years bowing before someone who built a throne from your mistakes. Some people do not want healing. They want power. Set the ledger down. You are not the same person you were 30 years ago. If someone refuses to see who you are now, you may need to stop begging to be seen. Number 3. The person you keep waiting for. This one is painful because usually it is someone you love deeply. A son, a daughter, a brother, a friend, a husband, a wife. Someone you keep waiting on to become kind, to become honest, to finally understand you. You say, when they change, we will be close again. When they get older, they will understand. Maybe, but maybe not. There was a woman named Beatrice who lived 2 streets from a train station. Every evening when the last train passed, the windows in her little house trembled softly. She had a daughter who rarely visited, and for many years Beatrice waited. She is busy. She is tired. She will come next month. 8 years passed like this. One afternoon she told me, "My life left through the back door while I watched the front." Please hear me gently. You can leave the light on for someone without standing at the window forever. You can love them from a distance, but you cannot give your remaining years to someone's maybe. A real person in front of you matters more than an imaginary person you keep hoping they will become. Believe what people show you over time. Let go of the version you are waiting for. Make peace with the person who is real. Number 4. The person who is already gone, but you will not let them rest. This one is tender. Sometimes they died. Sometimes they walked away years ago. Sometimes the relationship ended, but inside your heart, you still keep their chair in the same place. You replay the last conversation, the last argument, the words you should have said. When my wife was gone, I did this. Her teacup stayed on the shelf. Her side of the room stayed untouched. At night, I sometimes spoke into the quiet. One evening, an old friend named Sato came to visit. He saw the untouched cup, the folded cloth, the room that had become almost like a shrine. He only said, "Kenji, love her by living." I knew he was right. Fresh grief is sacred. Do not let anyone rush it. But there comes a day when grief stops visiting and begins moving in. And when that day comes, you must open a window. If they truly loved you, they would not want your life to end while your body is still breathing. Carry them forward, but do not sit forever beneath their shadow. Let the ghost rest. Number 5. The person most people do not have the courage to name. The person you may most need to let go of is yourself. Not the self sitting here now, but the younger you, the one who failed, the one who said the terrible thing, the one who stayed too long, the one who hurt someone. You have carried that person for so many years. You punish them in the quiet hours. You say, "Why did I do that? Why didn't I know better?" Listen, you were that person, but you are also this person, the one who survived long enough to understand. When I was young, I made mistakes that still visited me when the house was dark. Once, my grandfather found me sitting outside after dinner, staring at the stones in the garden. He asked me what I was doing. I said, "Remembering what I cannot fix." He sat beside me for a long time. Then he said, "Do not keep digging up a man already buried." I have never forgotten that. If you did wrong, tell the truth. If you can repair it, repair it. If you can apologize, apologize. But after the truth has been faced and the lesson has been learned, you must stop using memory as a weapon against your own heart. Forgiving yourself does not mean pretending nothing happened. It means you finally stop killing the same person again and again. So these are the 5: the taker, the scorekeeper, the person you keep waiting for, the ghost you will not let rest, and the old version of yourself you still have not forgiven. The world may tell you to hold on to all of them, but at 81, I tell you something different. You have a limited number of evenings left. That is not sad. That is clarifying. Each cup of tea matters. Each quiet morning matters. Each peaceful breath matters. Do not spend your final years carrying people who no longer carry you. Tonight, choose one. The one your heart already recognized while I was speaking. Maybe you do not need to make a speech. Maybe you do not need to send a message. Maybe the first step is only this. Admit the truth to yourself. Say, I am tired of carrying this. Then put it down a little, only a little. That is how peace begins. Thank you for staying with me until the end. I share these words as a blessing. You still have time to live more lightly. Before you go, write one number in the comments. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Which one do you need to release this week? And if this quiet message helped you, subscribe to Kenji's Secrets, share it with someone who needs peace, and come sit with me again next time. The garden is still, the tea is cooling, and your life is still here. Set it down, my friend. Go on.